Settle up here. What's up, guys? How are you? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're starting to gear up for Thanksgiving. We have a lot to share, and we have some exciting things to share as well. Hope you're doing well. Let's get started. I apologize for the delay, but we were getting set up. We had a lot of visits today.
We had a lot of visitors today.
A lot of visitors today.
There's some really good
Good
things
visitors.
happening.
I know. We're excited.
It's building.
Definitely. So let's talk a little bit about why we're here. Again, I never like to take for granted that you know why we're here. And I want to explain, and I want to introduce ourselves too. And then we'll go into talking about the race, and then we have some exciting things to share as well.
Yes,
all right.
indeed.
So we are here in our Townhall Tuesday. We do this every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And we do this as we are progressing in our Regulation A race. To my left, I have Mr. Isaac Hayes III, our CEO and founder. He's going to be briefly talking about the reggae, why are we doing it, what's the purpose. I'm Rama. I'm the humble CTO and servant to the Fanbase community. And I'm very excited to be here. We use this every Tuesday to talk about the race, to talk about the state of the business, talk a little bit about product, technology, the future in the industry, but most importantly, to hear from you. If you are a new user, an OG user, an existing investor, or someone that is thinking about investing in Fanbase, this is the perfect time and space for you to ask questions. So we're here to talk to you and have a conversation. With that said, let's get started and let's talk about our reggae race, Isaac.
Yes. Hello, everyone. There's a lot of people in the room, too. I think it's like 80 people.
Love it.
Love it. Welcome. New users, new people, new investors. But yeah, we are raising $17 million in a Regulation A crowdfund on Start Engine at a valuation of $160 million. The minimum to invest in Fanbase is $399. That gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. And the reason we're doing this is we've been very successful in the Reg CS space, which allows us to raise up to $5 million in a calendar year. But we need to raise more capital because we want to build the things that you guys want and scale the company faster. We're no longer in startup mode, we're in scale-up mode. And so this capital helps us build faster, better, and really fulfill the vision we have for Fanbase, and give you what you expect and what we want to provide for the community. So we tell everybody to go to startengine.com/Fanbase to invest. If you want to, the process is very pretty straightforward. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but we always want to introduce why we're doing this, and why this is important and why it's impactful because, you know, most companies don't raise capital this way. They raise from angels and VCs, but this is a community investment opportunity that people get an actual seat at the table to own a part of a tech company, which was not really readily available probably about 9 years ago, where you could do something like this. So this is why we're doing this, and we hope to have you on the cap table.
Definitely. Now, Isaac, I always ask you this question because I think it's so important, and sometimes people take it for granted. So great, you know, Fanbase offers me the chance to invest into Fanbase, but what is different about me investing in Fanbase? I mean, what am I just investing and then sitting around waiting for miracles to happen?
No.
For these two dudes that are in the screen to, you know, make something happen? Tell me a little bit.
No, well, for one, when we went down this path of equity crowdfunding, the clear, visible understanding is that the users are the ones that give the social media platform its value, right? No users, no value to the platform. If everybody leaves these platforms, they're worth nothing. And so who better than to give an opportunity to actually have a seat at the table, get equity, own it, use it, than the people that are early adopters and understand what we're doing. And so as an investor and an owner of Fanbase, you actually get to leverage your individual reach in your own community to bring people to Fanbase, to use the platform and invest in the platform. And I think that is unique because, again, these platforms scale to billions of dollars. They're owned by, small groups of people. And I think that we're moving to an era where the social economy is not just on the front end, but also on the back end. And so that's in equity and ownership in the actual company that we're building.
Yeah, definitely. So you mentioned vision, you mentioned social economy. Let's share a little bit of some of the groundwork we've been doing the past, what, 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe let's not share it yet. We have a surprise for everyone, so you gotta stick around. See, if you tell you the surprise now, then you're gonna leave.
You're gonna leave.
You know what I mean? So we gotta keep you around to listen to us.
Yeah.
We'll have fun, don't worry.
Yeah.
But we've been working a lot on aligning and refining our strategy, right? And sometimes companies, they minimize the importance of a strategy, right?
Yeah.
You go out there and you start building features, you start, trying the best that you can do, but sometimes it's hard to step away and say, okay, what's the direction that we're doing? How is everything connecting to everything? And we've been working a lot on that.
Yeah,
right?
we spent a lot of time on it.
So for us, it's super exciting. It's definitely, I feel like we are positioned the best we've ever been for the future, if I want to say it. Just because we have a clear vision of where we're going, a clear alignment, and obviously we're doing the race. All we're missing is really the all the money to help us exponentially grow and start applying. Everything, right? Start applying everything, right?
And there's one more thing that I think that is unique than any other time before, which is also the instability in the actual social media landscape.
In the world, really.
Yeah, really, in the world. The instability in the landscape in the world. That's like we're actually seeing now that, seismic shifts in users can create new opportunities for platforms and applications just by users simply moving from one platform to another. So it's not, the same players are not always going to be the same players. And that's clear now.
Yeah.
Just in the last few weeks.
Definitely. So let me, if the reasons that Isaac share are not reasons enough to invest in Fanbase, I want to give you a few more. Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, the more you invest, you get special perks. So we have really there are 5 tiers, but there's an extra perk, which is if you are an existing investor, if you have invested in any of our prior 3 rounds, this is our 4th round, our first reggae, you're gonna get automatically a 10% bonus shares. That's amazing, right? So we actually are seeing a lot of investors that invest in the past year investing, but there's still a lot out there that haven't yet, which either because they're not aware we're actually doing the raise, or they're still thinking about it. But one thing we can say is that those that invested in the first, second, and third raise, their value has gone up.
Has increased.
Right?
It's gone, we've grown in value 4 times.
Correct. So, and that makes us feel good, but we know we still have a lot to work. But going back to the tiers, so there's 5 tiers. If you invest $600 or more, you're going to be part of our early access to the new Fanbase feature. So every time we have a big feature, before putting it out there, we're going to include you. We're going to let you play around with it, give us feedback, meet with us, and so on. So we're going to make you participate in all the great features that we're doing. So $600 or more, that's tier 1. Tier 2, $1,000 or more, you're going to be also part of the list. You're going to get 10,000 labs that you can use inside Fanbase, and you can support your favorite content creator. And you also going to get a verified profile badge. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Tier 3, $2,500 or more, you're going to get everything that I just mentioned. 15,000 loves, okay? You're also gonna get the verified profile badge, but you're also gonna get a Fanbase t-shirt. You're gonna get some merch. Not yet.
This one.
I haven't even got that one yet, so don't feel bad. You're not the only one. I'm gonna keep saying it until he actually, These are when people ask me for the, dark mode or one of those. I'm gonna have to remind you about the t-shirt. There you go. Cool. Tier 4, $5,000 or more. So if you invest $5,000 or more, you're gonna get everything that I mentioned. 20,000 labs, the t-shirt, also you're gonna get a gold verified profile badge. That makes you feel super special. If you go around Fanbase and you see someone with a gold verified badge, they either have invested more than $5,000, or they're a Fanbase employee.
Great. And there's two other ways to get a gold check that I haven't told anybody yet, but there's two other ways. It's like a secret.
That's like a super
Like
secret. That
Easter.
even in Fanbase is a secret.
Yeah, no, it's Easter egg.
All right, but what's exciting about Tier 4 is that you also get 5% bonus shares if you invest $5,000 or more. Think about if you are an existing investor that invests $5,000 or more in this round, you're gonna get 15% bonus shares. You're gonna get the 5% from the tier and 10% from being a past investor. And then last but not least, our Tier 5, our diamond level, $10,000 or more. You're gonna get everything that I share. 30,000 labs, you're gonna get the t-shirt, the Gold Verified badge. You're gonna get 10% bonus shares, not 5. So again, if you're an existing investor, you're gonna get 20% bonus shares. So you're gonna get 20% more for your money if you invest $10,000 or more. And then last but not least, we're gonna have an amazing dinner with you. I know that some of you have been Tier 5 diamond investors in the past. We're trying to get them all together. And once we close this race, we're gonna hopefully celebrate.
A celebration.
Yeah,
It's a celebration.
definitely. So 5, really 6 if you're an existing investor, additional reasons why you should invest in Fanbase. We hope you come and join us. Another thing about the tiers is that we actually changed the way we're assigning them. We are not waiting to assign the perks before or after the race closed. We're actually assigning them today. So if you haven't gotten your perks, please reach out to support. You can email support@fanbase.app, or you can check your phone. You heard me right. Check your phone, and
Let me my perks.
yeah, let them know, and we'll do some validation, and then we'll be able to give you and assign you your perks. The t-shirts are on the way. We gotta order them because the merch flies pretty fast. Everyone wants Fanbase merch,
Yeah.
and so we just reorder, and that will be soon on your hands. The other great thing is that we're actually aggregating all these different perks and tiers. So, for example, if you invest on Tier 1, let's say that you invest $600, and then suddenly next month you decide to invest $2,000 more, then we're gonna aggregate those, and you're gonna be part of Tier 3. So we'll be able to give you the Gold Verified. So you have an incentive if you're already invested. You can invest as many times as you want and as much as you want, and we'll definitely help you aggregate or stack those perks as well.
Stack the perks.
Yep. All right. So with that said, let's see if we have any questions so far on the race, so we can answer. Sometimes I know we have Silvana. Can we give her one of those special sounds to Silvana?
Oh yeah, I think
Here's our amazing
Oh, yeah.
CFO doing it all. So I know she's been answering some of the questions on the chat, but I wanna say them loud. So someone asked if there's gonna be a recording of this. This will be on Fanbase YouTube channel.
Yes.
Right after we're done, all right?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm going through here. What's up, guys? I'm sorry, I'm going through there's a lot going on in the chat room.
Let me see. If I do the chat. Oh, yes.
The new Apple phones make everyone sound like there's a lisp when talk. I noticed. I always wonder how I sounded with a lisp. An accent and a lisp. That's funny. All right. When are you doing another investor-thon? We'll take
What's the question?
Danny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like someone is listening, right? What happens if you don't reach your funding goal by February? So the answer is we can extend it. It's not that we're gonna close it. The race closes when we reach our goal, which is 17 million.
We're going all the way to 17 mil.
We're definitely trying to close it before February, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of chances that we could potentially do that.
There's a lot of opportunity for us to do it coming down.
Yeah.
You know.
But time will not determine.
Yeah. Time will determine whether or not this race closes. Only achieving the goal of actually raising the capital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing some feedback. Oh, by the way, guys, last Tuesday, or maybe it was 2 Tuesdays ago, some of you share how sensitive the Android shake was.
Mm-hmm.
I never told you, but we actually fixed it right on that screen. So you guys know that we're listening. If there are new users and potential investors here, I would love for you to share with them how much we listen to you guys. Now, we can't give you everything that we would like to just because we're still trying to raise the money to do it, but we listen, guys. So I just want to let you know that don't feel like if you share feedback through here, we're going to listen, but obviously,
They always listen, trust me.
yeah, yeah.
See it.
Let's see.
Any other questions?
Will Start Engine extend the deadline? Yeah, we can extend that for sure.
The deadline.
Okay, sorry, I'm going through all these sites. Like, I want to make sure I don't miss anyone because sometimes I get people saying, "Hey, you didn't answer
my question."
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh well, I also want to say that we had a release last week. If you guys don't know about, and it was some adjustments to the profile page. But what I love about this new adjustment is that all the content that you post on your page, except for exclusive content, now appears in that very first section, that very first post section on the app. And I love that because then your accounts are your count, the amount of posts that you have that's showing your page are different, the number of posts and the variety of content. So now if you just post flicks, they're still on that main profile page. So your page doesn't look like you don't have content on it, even though you have tons of content on it. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to. There are really no questions, but someone asked, where are you guys at right now? And is this a replay or is this live?
How can it be a replay if we're talking?
We're here. We're live. We're real.
Yeah.
For real. We're humans.
We're at the Fanbase office. We're at the Fanbase office in Atlanta. We do these audio town halls every Tuesday, but we have a functionality on Fanbase called Watch Party where you can stream a YouTube video, either pre-recorded or live, inside an audio chat room and have everybody watch. So it's kind of an enhanced experience of just having audio, but actually audio and video inside the room. And there's some cool additions to Watch Party coming in December. So we're excited about those couple other things that are coming to Watch Party that we're adding in December.
Definitely. So someone said try to invest in 399, but I couldn't do it. I know that Silvana already shared, but if you can reach out to us either at support@fanbase.app or at investment@fanbase.app, we'll gladly be able to help you. Start Engine are the ones that control the website where you can invest, so they definitely can help as well. But please reach out.
Let's jump into that because I got a couple emails and questions about that.
Okay.
And I think there's a bit of confusion about. Well, there's confusion and then accountability. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. So I got a question from a user saying, "Hey Isaac, I invested in Fanbase and I haven't heard anything about my investment at all. Like, what's going on with the company XYZ? Where's everything, And so the best way that I can explain, number one, is apologize that you're not getting the updates that you are, because you should. So if you're an investor and you're not getting the updates that you should be getting about Fanbase, email support@fanbase.app, and we'll make sure you be added to the email conversations or any communication.
Now you should still be able to get them through Start Engine. If you're an investor, you automatically follow Fanbase. And if not, I would recommend just going and following Fanbase on Start Engine.
Right. So that was my next point, and what I meant by accountability. So when you invest in Fanbase, you create an account on Start Engine, and Start Engine is the custodian of your shares. Think of it as like it's not a crypto wallet, but it's your investment wallet. So your shares, whatever you invest in on Start Engine, is held on your Start Engine account. So if you ever want to see where your Fanbase shares are, just look at them and see your investment. It's inside the Start Engine account. By doing so, you should be getting investor communications through Start Engine because we provide updates through Start Engine multiple times a week now, all the time. So you should be, always being updated. I think we over communicate, which is a good thing. We let people know a multitude of things that are going, whether it's stuff to do with the raise, with the function of the app, any initiatives we're doing. We're always updating people, and we communicate. I've had people say, out of any company that I've invested with on Start Engine, Fanbase is the only one that kind of like lets me know I get consistent updates, so I'm glad to be able to do that.
Definitely. And I will say as well that, if you are an investor, we actually have a camp that was made by an investor, right? That we're all part of, because we do this every Tuesday. And I definitely recommend, if you're looking here, there is the camp, you can see it, Investors of Fanbase. There is the camp that I recommend every investor to join. Every time Isaac or myself, we go on audio, either by Tuesdays or Thursdays Tech Talk, you'll be notified. And this is another space where you can ask questions. Yeah. We can let you know how things are going.
Absolutely.
I have a few product questions. The first one is, I'm a new user, I assume. I'm looking at the YouTube comments. I go live. Is there an option to do mirror mode and will there be more live options? So we don't have mirror mode quite yet, okay? The roadmaps for each one of our content verticals are very long. We have a lot of great functionality. But again, we have to prioritize. It takes time, it takes resources. And one of the reasons why we're raising this is so we can move quicker with all of this functionality, right?
Yeah.
So the intention for things such as mirror mode, multi-live, we've even done prototypes for that. That's all coming. So it's just a question of time. We're obviously trying to move as quickly as we can.
Well, let me jump in here and explain something to you. When I first started on this journey of building Fanbase, my expectation and understanding of tech was far different than what I understand now. First is the amazing development team at Fanbase let me know that anything can be built. Whatever I can think of, whatever we can think of.
All these guys.
Yeah, anything that we think of can be built. But the question that Ramiro always asks is, well, how fast do you want this to be built? It's like, do you want this to be done in 1 month, 4 months, or 8 months? And a lot of the functionalities that seem very easy, like they roll off your tongue like dark mode, or they just roll off your tongue, the development time, the team has to go back and do research, right? They have to identify what effect this will have on the platform, what scenarios are in place, and when we do add these functionalities and changes, and how long it'll take. So the reason why I'm saying this is that capital is the biggest barrier to innovation and growth when it comes to product on Fanbase. If the capital, if we had the $17 million done, we would be good. And one of the things we talk about is it's like, we do an amazing job, but we've pretty much been raising capital and running Fanbase at the same time.
Yeah, it's like having two jobs.
It's like having two jobs. It's like campaigning. So for me, I'm having to consistently, and I don't mind it because it's what needs to be done, but having meetings and taking meetings and, doing podcasts and stuff like that to promote the notion that, we're providing the opportunity for people to invest in Fanbase. But it would be great just to sit back and just focus as a CEO, CTO Fanbase, and really work hard at what we do. And that gives us the ability to provide all these things that you guys want, give you the functionality that you want. And it can be built a lot faster. So capital is important. I think people don't understand. Millions of dollars are no joke. They're by no means the capital has been raised to anything to scoff at all. But what it really takes to scale a business and scale a mode, that's why you see companies have larger rounds. Once you go from 17 and they're raising 50, 100, $200 million, and you continue to raise capital because now you have to either acquire other businesses or build things that make you move faster. So that's important why we tell people to invest. If you want to see the things that you want, get your friends to invest, you invest, everybody invests, and we'll be able to build those things faster.
Definitely. So just a reminder, we have an announcement, but we're going to wait to say later. So if you were planning on leaving, don't leave.
Don't leave. You got like
25 minutes being here. But I want to go back to what you just said. And do you ever wonder if things happen for a reason? And why do I say this? Is that think about all these companies that they raise hundreds or tens of millions of dollars and they disappear.
Yeah.
Or they use the money incorrectly. Yeah. And for us, we've done great things. We've done mistakes that we learn from.
Yeah.
Right? We're not perfect. We still have challenges. But I feel like all these years where we've been, doing these two things, right? Raising money and building a company has taught us to be very, very thoughtful in the direction of how we spend that money. And I think that's something that is super, super important that a lot of startups, they don't get to, they do it wrong.
You know what though, I'll say this, that a lot of that also comes from you though. And what I mean by that is that, no, listen, this is an important situation. Hold on, my bad. Make sure you can see.
Am I going to cry right now?
No. I don't want you to cry, but this is an important situation. This is important because Ramiro, I'm a very ambitious founder, but I'm not arrogant or foolish enough to not pay attention to the people around me and understand that there's a method to the madness, or not even the madness, but the sanity of being frugal. There's a method to sanity. And a lot of tech startups, I've seen them, they raise capital, they throw lavish parties, and they make it look like they're very, very successful. Oh, well, it looks amazing. It looks like the company's successful. nobody's on the app though. Like nobody, I'm talking about they raise 50 million, 100 million, whatever, millions and millions of dollars, and they blow it all on the look, but not the functionality or the core, the soul of the product. And we put all of our energy into Fanbase and not Fanbase looking glossy. So I mean, we wear these clothes every day. We wear the same shirts every day. We come in here with a focus and a vision of making sure that Fanbase is the first priority of what's going on every day. And a lot of here's the thing, I don't know if it's common practice in Silicon Valley that you're supposed to have the Ferrari and look fly and you're supposed to do the flashy events, but that doesn't do anything to help Fanbase grow. And we'll get there. I mean, we let the product speak for itself. So I know that that's why we're still here. While these other companies have raised, and I mean, they got money from venture capital.
Black on social media app. This is where I'm at.
Watch how we spend the capital. And I think that's extremely important because a decision like this, I'll give you a prime example, and I say this all the time. I have people come and say, hey, Isaac, can you host an event for influencers or creative people and XYZ? Okay, cool. Well, yeah, it's going to be a 20-person dinner and it's going to cost $50,000. I'm like, okay, so wait. I mean, if a Fanbase will be branded, we're going to have celebrities there, X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool. Does that result in revenue? Do the people that are attending the dinner, are they going to promote Fanbase to the point that it gets us downloads and users that stay on the platform? If it doesn't have a clear understanding or a clear action to what the reason is, then we're not going to do it because that $50,000 could be put towards things that you guys want and things that we need to be building and working on. And so that's why we don't do those types of events because we're not there yet. I mean, we'll get there.
That aligns to also part of our strategy where we say we want to build these from the bottom up, meaning, celebrities are welcome. We have
Lizzo, the game.
Yeah. But we are big believers on those. First of all, we believe that everyone is a creator and every content has value, but we also believe that focusing on those creators that are not celebrities yet, they're not superstars, and allowing them to build community and create great content is the way to go.
Yeah, celebrities got a celebrity. Celebrities don't make apps, communities do. We love that celebrities become part of the community, but that's not what keeps Fanbase going all the time. If I go to Flicks and I see Flicks videos, if I'm scrolling the app late at night and I see people posting new content, I see stories, or I see people that have gone live, or I see audio rooms that are going on. You guys are the reason that Fanbase is here and functioning at all times. Celebrities got to go be famous. They got to go do concerts and film movies and play games and do all the things that they do. And so we love that the fact that people are understanding because there's value for that celebrity community here. Actually, from an advantageous standpoint for them to really capitalize on subscriptions of where everything is going. But we know that first and foremost, the community is what makes the platform work. And that's why I say celebrities don't make apps, communities do.
Yeah. So let's go. We have a lot of different questions. Someone asked about is there any alerts when there are issues on the app? Now, 11, just FYI, you might have an older version of your app. You might want to upgrade it, but just so you guys know, we take notice of everything. If you report it or not, we also look at what might be happening, and we always try to fix things within all these different sprints. We do one release every 2 weeks at least. So you're guaranteed that every 2 weeks you're gonna have a new release, a new feature, fixes and everything. That will never stop. Sometimes we do it more often. And usually when we do, we let everyone know what we release. We do want to get better about announcing and maybe give more visibility to the roadmap and what's going on, and we'll work on that in 2025 for sure. But always recommend, make sure you download your latest version. I think it's 3.8.0 for both Android and
Almost over.
I know it's
Sunday's like December 1st.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's like, but I remember I said that. I said, once you get to the fall, once it's like Labor Day, it's like Halloween. It's like,
you realize.
It's like Labor Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then it's 2025.
So let me see if we have any other questions, and then we can go into the
announcement. No, let's keep
going. Okay.
Let's explain a couple more things. So
let me see.
Is there any more questions?
Yeah, there's a lot of these. Um, choo, 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 choo. How does the algorithm for the explore page actually work? I hit 51 views in the 24 hours. That's great to hear. One of the things that we are working on constantly, we wake up and we say, hey, how can we get our users the closest we can get them to earning money inside Fanbase, right? The minimum is $25 to get paid at the first of every subsequent month. But to do that, obviously, you gotta get visibility, right? So part of doing that work involves us, okay, how can we give you the most visibility? And like other platforms where, your visibility goes around an ad or an ad-centric model, Fanbase is all about the creator and the content. So we have more flexibility, which is exciting. Obviously, the algorithm keeps evolving and improving. On the dynamic search, there is the combination of factors that put someone into as the top. The type of content, the type of vertical, how many, not only how many views, but how much interaction have you had.
The quality of the content.
The quality of the content. So there's different, different variables there, but just the fact that you're getting that many views in such a short period, that's exciting. It says that we're doing the job. I know we still have a lot to do, and we always talk about, hey, how can we give more visibility to them? We want more. We want to give them, and make it more relevant. Oh yeah.
No, not that. I mean, the fact that not what you're talking about. I'm saying that following, in my opinion, is something that is secondary to engagement now. And I can prove this very, very easily. Would you rather have 1 million followers and get 100,000 views on the video, or 100,000 followers and get 1 million views on the video, right? And I think most people say, give me the views. Following is secondary now to engagement, because following requires, that means your visibility is only connected to the people that follow you. And we're moving past that. We're moving into an era where everybody wants to be seen, has a fair opportunity to go viral. It's not these shadow games and suppression and content. It's more like, okay, if the quality of content that I create fits and reverberates and resonates with the community on Fanbase that like that content, then I achieve visibility. And I've seen people with I noticed my views have gone up, but I've seen some people that got way more views than I do that wound up, I guess, in as suggested content and stuff like that. I've seen people with like 100,000 views, and that's incredible, because that means that we're proving the fact that you're not locked to your following anymore. You have the opportunity to go viral or be seen inside the app, and that's important.
Someone asked, when are you getting an analytics page? I want to explain a little. I think I understood the question.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we wake up every morning, we're trying to get you guys as close as possible to monetize and have that aha moment.
Yep.
But to do that, we have to give you value, meaning we have to give you tools to create great content.
Yes.
But also we gotta give you insights to create great content, right?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So I'm assuming the analytics page is what you're referring to, being able to understand what's working, what is not working for you.
Mm-hmm.
It was last year we went live with the revenue dashboard. I was going through, I think it was last year, right? Or this year.
But, where the adjustments, where you can see the...
Correct.
Yeah.
So
expanded version of the revenue. We do.
Today, if you go to your profile and you go to a revenue dashboard, you're gonna see a wallet icon on the upper right hand side. You're gonna be able to see details of where you're getting the labs, where you're getting the subscription, what verticals. But that's just the start. There's a lot more that we actually track, right? And for us, we believe that the insights are not only important for business direction and decisions, but also for creator decisions. So we want to give you those insights, right? We have insights for every vertical, live, audio, flicks, etc. And we have a process to be able to give those to you. First, we need to make sure we're tracking them.
Mm-hmm.
Second, we gotta make sure that they make sense to us and they're actually accurate, right? And once we make sense and they're accurate, then we say, okay, we're ready to present those to the users. How can we present it? And we work with the product team and we present those as well.
And I'm gonna start to use a new definition of what we call a vertical, because people don't know what a vertical is. They might say, well, what's a vertical? A content vertical. And so that's just what our word for functionality, but we really want to call them formats. So a format is just a different way that you create content. So you might create content in a stories format, or you might create content in an audio room format, or a Flick format, or a Fanbase Plus format. or a live format. So these formats, right, that there's 6 so far, right? So we're just posting stories live, audio, Flick, which is short form video, and Fanbase Plus, which is long form video. Those are the 6 formats. And we leave room to maybe expand those formats in ways. We're always open to even adding more formats that people want, because there's some other popular formats out there that people really like to use in social media, and we've been getting asked about those for a while. So I want to start using the word format instead of vertical, so you know when you say, oh, what content format? We're doing it in the audio format or the live format space, or so on and so forth. And so you guys better understand what we mean by vertical. It's just a format. And so that lets you know that there's 6 formats of content that you create on Fanbase. And so,
yeah. So I have a few more questions here, and we can talk about these. How do you get people to migrate from IG or X where they already have critical mass?
So, well, this is just me observing the market. I think a lot of those platforms are oversaturated. So that means that you can scale on platforms like IG and X, but they're also oversaturated. Now for X, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know what the ability is to scale on X, because I don't follow Elon Musk, and he's in my feed regardless. Every time he tweets something, I see him like, why?
What a coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. Oh my God. No. Like, so I don't know what games they're playing over there. So I know that there are things going on over X that I don't know how you scale over there, because they're playing so many games over there. And Instagram is just a very mature platform. It's been around since 2014 years old, probably 15 years old next year. So 15 years old, you do that. Like, it's almost next to impossible. Like, I don't think anybody thinks you could scale or grow on Facebook. Like, it's these platforms, you catch a wave. Like, there's a wave right now for other platforms, and Fanbase will catch that wave, and then your following will increase and grow. So first thing I say is just be early to the party. There's nothing wrong with being early to innovation on social media platforms. I know that people have mentioned Blue Sky's been a platform that people have talked about. I've been on Blue Sky for 2 years. It was a ghost town. I'm not lying. Like, Blue Sky has been a ghost town. And then all of a sudden, in the last couple of weeks, over 6, 7, 8 million people have joined Blue Sky. And now I'm starting to see that engagement even on my posts or my visibility and my reach. Like, I only have 1,000, I think I have 1,100 followers on Blue Sky, but I got 2/3 of them in the last week. So my point is the ability to scale on platforms as they go viral and scale. I think that just being early to the parties, my suggestion is engage with the community, so that when you do have the chance to get on there, you're first in line to receive that visibility.
Yeah. All right. Someone asked, because I think it's important, because people, users might still know.
Do this. Please counter the recent misinformation that Blue Sky is Black owned. Yeah, Blue Sky is not Black owned. I know that it is owned by a woman, an Asian American, I think, woman.
That's crazy that someone would say that. They definitely want the Black community.
Yeah. Blue Sky is not Black owned. You own Fanbase, right? If you're, and I'm an owner, but what I'm saying is that Fanbase is a Black owned tech startup, a Black founded, Black owned tech startup. So yeah, there's I don't want to put any misinformation out there about that I know that Fanbase is a Black founded. Now, Spill is a Black founded platform that I don't mind giving the shout out Spill, because that is a Black founded app, but Blue Sky is not.
Yeah. So someone asked, where can you see any record? I know it was asked recurring event, but I took that as an audio event. Mm-hmm. If you didn't know, this year we went live with recurring audio rooms on web, which means that we have an audio calendar. If you go to fanbase.app/audio, you're gonna see 2 tabs. You're gonna see the live rooms, and then there's the tab right next to it called upcoming rooms. In there, you're gonna be able to see all the upcoming audio rooms that are happening during the week. If you are someone
Fanbase audio
that has, a great, conversation topic that you want to bring into Fanbase, and you are wanting to commit to consistently do it once a week, please reach out to us. You can reach out to the marketing team at marketing@fanbase.app. Let them know about the topic, what days, what time you would do, and then we'll give you a shot, and you can be part of our upcoming room schedule as well. We're always looking for great conversations because audio is a great way to build community and even monetize. If someone asks all the time saying, hey, how can I, how do I get started in Fanbase? We always recommend the best way is go into the audio, listen up, network through there, start conversations, or even participate in the chat.
And also migrate your content, from Instagram or TikTok. Do a migration, because then you look visible and you look present on the platform. And I think, people don't understand that has a huge effect on people being able to engage and even look through your content that is very current on the platform. So engage with the content. Any more questions? I want to go over one more thing, and then we can talk about the big announcement. Yeah, we can talk about the big announcement.
Here on the chat on YouTube. So on web, I know we have a more limited version on web. Right now the recommendation is always to download the app to have the full experience.
Yeah.
We will be progressing on web in the future, but right now we're focusing on trying to tackle some of the challenges before we can even get to web. But we don't discard eventually, doing small things such as allowing people to like and even give love through web as well. All right. Okay, so go ahead. You can.
Let me find this. I'm gonna find my little headphone cord to plug in here, because I want to be able to hear when I make the little air horn sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is that kind of announcement?
Yeah, here we go. Now we got the.
Now we hear an echo.
Over here, yeah, hello. Let's see.
All right.
There's that.
You got it?
There's that siren. You guys hear that siren? Well, we're going to get to that.
All right, so you said you had another topic before.
Yeah, one more thing, quickly. The process of investing in Fanbase. You've been listening. You heard about, open up the opportunity to accept investment in this fourth Regulation A crowdfund start engine, but I want to explain the process so you understand what's going to happen, because I don't want people to get confused. When you go to startengine.com/Fanbase, you'll click Get Equity, right? And then you will create a Start Engine account. You will choose the amount that you want to invest. The average investment is around $1,000, but again, the minimum is $399. Once that happens, your money will go into escrow, which means you don't have it and we don't have it. And in that process, Start Engine does a background check on money laundering for you to make sure that you're not trying to launder money, because we've had people try to do that in the past, and do that. That takes 1 to 2 days. Once that happens, you will receive an email. This is the critical part, because we've had people invest in Fanbase before and missed out on a round because they didn't confirm that they want to invest in Fanbase. You will receive a confirmation email. That's important. Once you confirm your investment, that means the money moves from escrow and moves into a disbursement queue that Start Engine has for us, right? When we call on that capital call, put that money in our bank account, and that money hits our account, that is when you are invested in Fanbase. And so it's a process. So you invest, you do the escrow, they do the money laundering background check, you do your confirmation email, that money hits the disbursement queue. Then once we take that money and put it in our bank, you are investing in Fanbase. Again, that can take anywhere from 2 days to about a week. But understand, look out for that confirmation email, because we always have investors say, oh, I tried to invest and it's gone and I missed it. It's like, you didn't click that confirmation email. So that's important. We're going to explain the process and how, easy it is to invest in Fanbase.
Definitely.
All right, now, we ready?
All right, so earlier we mentioned that we've been working really hard on refining our strategy and trying to get better at what we do. And we have a lot of great ideas here at Fanbase all the time, right? And part of painting the vision of a company is strategy, is its people, is its product.
Yeah.
But it's not easy to convey that.
Right.
Right? So we decided to do something about it.
Well, let's start out how we got here.
Yes.
A little over a month ago, maybe 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
2 months ago, we did something called the Fanbase Investathon. And what that was about was bringing attention to the opportunity to invest in Fanbase, but hear from subject matter experts on the importance of capitalizing on this moment. And it did very, very well for us, but we want to do more. So we are not doing another Investathon. We're doing something different.
Bigger,
better, and more informative about Fanbase, right? About what's going on with us. So
Yep.
Thursday, I think.
Thursday the 12th.
Thursday, December 12th at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern Time.
We are doing our first ever Fanbase Forward keynote event.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're super excited about that because
Yeah.
in there, guys, we're going to be presenting the vision of Fanbase for 2025 and beyond.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that in a creative way. You're going to be able to see what our vision is, but we're also going to have great guests.
We're going to have great guests like we did before. So but it's also not, it'll be guests that are also related to the app and the functionality and the vision for Fanbase. So it's not just someone that's speaking. We'll have subject matter experts that even might talk about investing in Fanbase, but we wanted to bring together people that are part of the community of Fanbase, investors in Fanbase, or understand that some of the things that are doing forward. So the event is called Fanbase Forward. Invest. What's the next word?
Innovate.
And the third one is impact, right? So think of this as your opportunity to not only hear about Fanbase from
let's go. That's
the investment side, but actually get a peek under the hood of things that are coming down the pipeline for 2025. So we call it Fanbase Forward, so it's basically our look at what's coming in 2025 for you guys and why even investing in Fanbase is something very, very lucrative. So Fanbase Forward is December 12th, 8 p.m. live on Roland Martin, Black Star Network, EYL, Earn Your Leisure's network, and more networks to come. And on Fanbase, and on all the other socials that we are going to stream this on. We're going to stream it multi-stream.
We're doing it all. It's gonna be big, and we've been preparing it. We're gonna be announcing some of the speakers in the next few weeks, but we want to let you guys know first.
It's only 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay, we'll be announcing up to the last. We have some big ones already.
Yes, we do.
We can't say yet.
We can't.
I want you guys to be the first ones to know about it. We've really been working
in the audio room on Fanbase.
We think it's a great way to involve you, let the world know what Fanbase stands for, what's our promise, but also what our vision is.
Changing the world
we're going to be
love.
making sure we spend a little bit of money protecting our IP before we share our vision. Because if someone else sees it, they're like, oh, we got to do that. I did share in the chat room the link to pre-register, okay?
Yeah.
So I put a link in there. You can go into the chat room. You're gonna see announcements through Start Engine, through social media as well. We'll remind you guys as well, so don't freak out if you miss the link or if you don't have the link. We'll be able to share that. But we're definitely excited, and we invite all of you. We ask you to invite your friends, investor friends. It's a place where you can also be able to ask questions. We're gonna have the entire Fanbase team moderating and answering questions, investment, product related. But I'm super excited. I've already been seeing some of the work the team is doing for for Fanbase Forward, and
me too. I'm excited.
It's crazy good.
I'm over here just trying to keep it in, but I'm excited. But Fanbase Forward, and we want this to be something that we continually do. I don't know how often we're going to do these, but Investor-thon went very, very well, but even just the fact of, as a company, letting you guys know what's coming, where we are as a company, our growth, and the vision that we have moving in this new environment of unstable social media, but where the social economy is something that we will define and make sure that people understand what is different. It's not social media anymore. It's not the creator economy anymore. It's the social economy. And we'll let you understand what that means and how that's important, because again, everybody is a creator, but we'll elaborate more on that at Fanbase Forward 2025. I mean 2024.
Actually,
it's 2025.
2025.
Fanbase 2025. Fanbase Forward 2025.
So we're excited, and definitely
Fanbase Forward.
It's going to be a great event for us, for our investors, our community, and we look forward to it. With that said, let's summarize a little bit of what we discussed today. If you can just give us a brief 1 minute rundown on the reggae.
We're raising $17 million right now. We're accepting investors in our fourth equity crowdfund on StartEngine.com. You can invest right now. StartEngine.com/Fanbase for the minimum of $399. That gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase. at $6.65 a share. We're raising $17 million. We're at about almost $3.4 million raised. We raised almost like $200,000 or $300,000 in like the last week or so. It's been moving. The raise has been moving. Again, with this instability in the market and people actually wanting to own an opportunity to own a social media platform. So go to startengine.com/Fanbase to invest. Again, that gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $6.65 a share. It's incredible. We want you on board. And then again, we just announced Fanbase Forward 2025. The Fanbase keynote, the first official Fanbase keynote that kind of lets you know everything that's going on with Fanbase, but the future vision, the forward vision of what Fanbase is in the social economy. So
I'm excited.
Yep.
So thank you guys again. We'll be here again next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We also have other great audio rooms tomorrow. The marketing team has one at 5 p.m.
Yep.
I'll be there Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time as well, even though it's Thanksgiving. I want to be there for my community.
Yeah.
And I encourage you to come and join us again next Tuesday. If you have any questions that we
I'm here for the
haven't answered, we
holidays.
apologize. There's a lot of stuff going on, but come back and ask them again on Tuesday. And I want to thank you. No matter if you're a new user, existing user, I've been looking at all the chat rooms and comments as well. Don't feel like we've ignored anything.
No.
And we'll continue getting better. We'll continue improving, and you'll see in Fanbase Forward what Fanbase is going to be in 2025 and beyond.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys. We'll see you next week at this audio town hall.
You want to finish with our promise?
We can't. Well, I mean, I got about 4% on my phone. We can try.
Oh yeah, 4% will get you. You have it there.
Yeah.
We're gonna put
We're not live here, but we're gonna show you the forward vision of Fanbase and what we got
the
going on.
Fanbase promise.
Promise. So here we go.
All right, here we go. You got it? Or you need to send it
Send
to
it to
me?
me.
All right, let me send it to you. Hold on.
Later, live stream.
Bye, live stream guys. All right.
Bravery is not the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome it. We stand for those who defy suppression, who speak out, and those who walk the road less traveled. Everyone deserves to be seen and their voices to be heard. We're sparking a movement, growing a community of creators united by the desire for freedom, choice, equity, and ownership. At Fanbase, it's all for one and one for all. We support each other to guide, promote, and uplift you in a place where you can unapologetically be yourself. A place where your voice, ideas, and creativity are not just welcomed, but celebrated. We are Black founded, minority funded, and supported by a diverse, inclusive, powerful community that believes in the strength of authenticity and individual choice. Regardless of success or background, we welcome you. The marginalized, the underappreciated, the successful, the superstar. We're for all who seek a space to express themselves freely, where they are rewarded for being their authentic, true self. We transcend labels because only we have the right to define ourselves. We are built for the brave, the culture, the creators, and for the future where everyone has the power to shape their own destiny. Where all are empowered, voices are amplified, and freedom is embraced. For the first time, you have the chance to own the platform you helped make popular. It's a revolution. A movement in how we connect, create, and share. Everyone is a creator, and everyone has a fan base. Here, you can be you without limits.